Hey guys, and welcome to game number 91 out of 100 of my Human vs. AI series, where I'm taking on the AI-powered Scrabblebot BestBot in a 100-game match. We're in the home stretch, just 10 games to go, including this one. It's been rough lately, guys. We've lost 10 out of the last 12 games, including all of the last 4. So definitely in need of a win. We're at 37 wins, so the most we can get is 47 at this point, so can't win the series overall, of course, but hoping to at least, at the minimum, get 40 wins and maybe even 45. We'll see. Bot opens with Gur for 8. Over thud is not a word, so I don't think I have a bingo. Devout plus an H. Yeah, Gur is a pretty annoying opening to play against because with no vowels, it's very hard to overlap. I think I'm probably going to just play Vug, V-U-G-H, because that doesn't really give anything back to the bot either. The V can't be overlapped, and without an S for Vugs, there is very little to be done. And DEOT, certainly not a bad leave, especially if the R in Gur stays open. It goes pretty well with that. So, yeah, I don't see a way to really score more. This cleans up my rack, doesn't really give anything back. So let's do that. And interesting, I draw the other V and also the Z. So not going to be bingoing. And all right, the bot, excuse me, does bingo with searched. But the good news is it gives me a doze down the H column for 77 points. So this will actually end up netting in our favor. No good reason to think anymore on this turn. And alright, that looks somewhat promising, I feel like. I don't know if there's anything playable though. Viserate through the Z doesn't quite work, because I searched is not good. There's got to be some other possible bingos, but I don't think there's anything through the D. Variated doesn't quite work. This might be one of those racks where it looks like there's got to be more bingos than there are. Yeah, I'm just not really seeing anything else. Vicariate doesn't work. Either radiative. It's possible there could be some 9s depending on what the bot does, but I'm probably not bingoing here, which means I'll likely... I guess if it stays open, I'll probably just play Ivor down here to score. It's 33 points. That's probably too much to give up. I guess I could just play Vid and Fish for 15. This is a pretty good leave, and it also sets up Avid, so not a crazy thing to do, but I feel like 18 points is a little bit too much to give up, assuming Ivor stays open. If he plays down there and I don't have a bingo, then I think I probably will just play Vid. I'm really hoping he plays something with Add, and then I can just play Radiative as a 9. That would be ideal. But we'll see if he obliges. Okay, he exchanges 4. So I guess I'll just play Ivor. I mean, trade 4 signals 3 decent tiles, so it signals a slightly better than average rack, but not like a super strong rack. Ivor does give him an E and an R to work with, but it also takes out the E and the D, including the E and the double line. So kind of a net equal probably in terms of opening. I guess it opens a little more because the R is a little easier to hit than the D, and there's already a D and a doze. So it opens a little bit. Vid is a bit more defensive. But I think I'll play Ivor. I don't know. I just don't feel like AEITR on the board after Vid is likely enough to bingo. It's just still a little too vowel heavy. I don't want to end up with all 1-pointers with like 4 or 5 vowels and nothing great to do. So I'd rather just keep the scoring pressure on. And if he bingos, he bingos. It should be about a tie game after that, because I'm going up like 50 points. So I think I'm just going to stick to my original instinct and play Ivor. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. Okay, that worked out pretty well. I've got a blank now. Is there a bingo, though? Bath mat doesn't quite work. Feels like there should be. Alright, he gets down XI for 52 quickly. I guess I didn't think about that as a threat, but... not like there was a whole lot I was going to really do about it anyway, most likely. Alright, I need to convince myself that there's no bingo here. I don't see one yet. But I'm not entirely confident that there isn't one. There's a lot of tiles to look through. A, D, O, E, R are all usable. So it's going to take me a second to just go through the whole alphabet and convince myself that there is nothing. Almost like imitable with an L, and battle can't be spelled like that, I don't think. Battalia doesn't work. S, I don't think so. Basmati only has 1 T. Alright, yeah, I feel pretty sure that there is no bingo. Hope I'm not missing something. It's always a little bit tricky with the blank, but if there's no bingo, then probably mib is fine. Scores pretty well, keeps ATT blank. Wouldn't mind unduplicating the T, but I don't think it's... Is it worth it to play bit? That's 8 less. I think that's too much to give up. Because the AMT could also get clunky if I get more consonants. Like, I don't think ATT is materially less likely to bingo, especially with the floating E and R. So yeah, mib feels fine to me. I'm pretty sure there's no bingo here, guys. I don't want to spend too much more time looking. I don't think I have anything to the Z. I don't have an L for blitz. So, alright, yeah, let's play mib. I don't think is there nowhere for ambit? I guess there's nowhere for ambit. I mean, I could play ambit next to vug. Maybe I should consider that. Yeah, maybe that's a little better. 20 T blank versus ATT blank. Yeah, maybe that's a little bit better. Just to unduplicate the T's. With also no T's have been played. There are still 4 more T's left. I don't want 3 T's. Yeah, actually, maybe ambit. I'm kind of leaning towards that now. I think I'm going to switch gears and play ambit. That's my final decision. Okay, so what do I have here now? Do I have anything imported through the O or imparted through the A? Is there anything else? Protomid? That's not a word. It's just protoxid and protomin, I'm pretty sure. Probably blank would have to be another vowel, most likely. I don't believe there are any 7s. Dimorph doesn't quite work. Anything through the E and Ivor? Permitted needs another T. Blank A? I don't think there's anything. Oh, pre-admit. Yeah, but that doesn't fit. I could play pre-admit also through the A and a doze. Yeah, pre-admit imparted. Is there anything else through that O besides imported? I don't think so, but let's see. Maybe the bot will give me something else. And the bot plays leg, which is kind of annoying because now I don't know if I can bingo. There's both imported and imparted as well as pre-admit are blocked. I still don't think I have anything through the E and Ivor. Imported doesn't have an anagram. Pre-admit, imparted don't fit. Anything with an E? I don't think so. You said permitted needs 2 T's. Maybe a U? Do I have a 9? Probably not. I don't think I have enough vowels through like the LA or something. It's possible. But I'm not seeing it. So that's unfortunate. I guess I'll have to wait another turn to bingo. I can't really overlap the GO either. The good news is I don't think this is like a Z setup or anything. Well, I know it's not a Z setup because there's no Z's. So I don't think this is some sort of big setup. Bot is probably just trying to balance and block. Maybe I'll just play dripped, keeping M blank for 20. I don't see anything much better. I don't have anything to the ED that I see. And yeah, I mean, I don't really want to play temp, I don't think. I mean, IRD blank is a little bit more bingo prone probably than M blank, but M blank bingo should also score more, which is nice. Although keeping the D for DA does have some merit. So it's kind of a tough call, actually. I feel like I'll stick with dripped, though. Because I don't want to end up with IRD blank and then get like more I's or something, too. I feel like the M is just a more flexible tile. So let's play this. Yeah, still just not getting enough vowels, unfortunately. Probably still not going to be able to bingo on this next turn, unless I can get like 4 women or fire woman, but that's going to be pretty tough, most likely. And the bot plays P for 27. Yeah, I guess I was probably going to play few over there, so a little annoying that that got blocked. I guess I could just play few here. It's not really dangerous, because FE doesn't take any front hooks. MNR blank is okay, as long as I can pull a vowel or 2, which I've been struggling to do. What else is there? Peen, peer, it's not a whole lot. Yeah, I really need to get rid of this F and this W. That's the problem, and it's not easy to do other than by playing few. I can't imagine it's worth it to play few here for 9. That's just too many points to give up, I think. The pool is also fairly balanced. 24 vowels, 27 consonants, so I should have a decent enough chance at pulling a couple vowels. Question is, will I? I mean, I'm just not really seeing anything else here. Like I said, I really want to get rid of the F and the W. I don't want to give up 14 points just to keep the E. That feels like too much. It's very rare that you're going to want to give up 14 points just to keep a tile that's not an S or a blank. That's just so much to give up. So, all right, let's do this and hope for some vowels. Not a whole lot here. Still just the one vowel. Well, the Y is maybe a little helpful, almost mannerly or something like that. Anything else through the E and Ivor, maybe? Monandry, if I get an O or a D. Mannerly, I see as well. I'm not sure what else there actually is. Not a whole lot. But if I can't bingo, then I guess maybe I'll try to play mini or minus somewhere. Do I have anything with MM here? Not really. Yeah, I only play MA there, which is pretty bad. And oilier, okay, interesting. So the bot seemingly has too many vowels, so the opposite problem is me, which often happens. It's often that when one player has too many consonants, the other has too many vowels. So kind of a slow game here so far, just not a whole lot going for either of us. Yeah, still no mannerly. I don't think mannery is good. That doesn't sound like a word. So maybe... I don't think I really want to play mini here and just give him place to the Y if I can help it. Do I have any overlaps? See, the problem is the only tiles I have that go after TI and the I are the N's. Nan is not particularly good. 15. Yeah, I guess I could just play mini here, keeping RN blank. It's not bad. I can't really overlap PO, because again, the only thing that goes here is the N. So it's pretty tough. I can't play Mina there either. I don't really want to play mini. Like, there's no good reason to give him that easy line here. So I guess mini over here. I don't know. It doesn't feel like the right play. But I'm not really seeing anything that I'm convinced is better. So I guess I'll do that. And yeah, once again, just hope for a couple vowels on my next turn. All right, there we go. Finally, we got some vowels, and we're definitely bingoing here, I have to imagine, on our next turn. I mean, there's certainly many things on the M column at the minimum next to oilier. I wonder if I have... Yeah, I do have a big overlap, actually. I see Crodens. There's also protons there. Crodens is best, though, because putting the C there is very defensive, with the C not making any 2s. So Crodens for 80 would be a very nice play if that stays open. On the left, let's see, Santour. I don't think that's going to play. What else is there? Consort, Crodens, and Roots. I don't think that fits either. Trogons also doesn't fit. Thorons also doesn't fit over there. Just something must fit. Nitroso, Torsion. Is it possible nothing fits? Protons. Unroots. Wow. Is it actually possible I don't have a bingo on the left? That would be crazy. I mean, I can also obviously play with aids, so it's pretty unlikely both of those lines get blocked. Oh, I wonder, maybe I have something with ambits, actually. Or through the R and Ivor, perhaps? Okay, what if anything here? Or maybe even a 9 through the 2 E's. That would be pretty crazy. Maybe even a 10 through, like... Yeah, I could even have 10s. Okay. Well, I'm not going to bother looking for 10s now. I was going to say there could be some crazy 10s, like almost pedometers or something from PED. But I think... Well, actually, I guess Crodens got blocked. So now, let's see. I can play Oestrone, 74. Is there a 4-way overlap now? Maybe I can play down the M column? Let's see. Let's go back through the alphabet. So, okay, A is Santour. That's not going to work. B is nothing. C, Consort. No. Crotons. Doesn't work. D, E and Roots. Nope. Trogons, Thorons, Torsion, T-O-R, no, T-I-I, that would make. Nitroso isn't going to fit. Not seeing it. Yeah, Protons on Roots. Alright, yeah, I don't think I have anything, so probably just Oestrone. If there's something a little more defensive, that would be nice. But I think that's probably fine. There's probably something else to that E. Maybe not, though. Coronets. Snootier doesn't fit. Montero's Mesotron. Yeah, maybe there's not. Oh, Outsnore. I guess it doesn't really matter. Outsnore versus Oestrone. So, alright, I'll play Outsnore. I guess OU is a little harder to overlap than OE. Very minor difference, but might as well do that. So, alright, Outsnore it is for 74, and that's actually a pretty good draw. Not a bingo draw, but a bunch of reasonably flexible scoring tiles, which is nice when you have a lead. I should be able to score like 30. Okay, Ligature for 61 comes down immediately. So the bot is hanging in there, especially with a blank unseen. Yeah, this pool is quite something. Blank, J, K, Q, 4 O's, 3 N's, 2 S's, no E's. So I have the last E, which is very good. I feel like I'm inclined to not play all that many tiles here. I mean, on one hand, though, it would be nice to get the blank and those S's. On the other hand, there's a bunch of stuff there I don't want, like the Q and the J. So let's see what I can find. How about to this Y and Mini? There's not a whole lot there. I mean, I guess Whiny is... That's actually not bad. 30... ABEY is a really flexible leave for scoring and stuff. That's actually not bad. See, I'm not dying to play this, because I have the last E, like I said, and that feels pretty valuable. BI is also... Yeah, just with this pool, BI could go sour much more easily than ABEY. I don't think I can be too nervous about opening up the W and the I with Whiny. Like, the pool is pretty bad for bingos overall, and I'm also not up that much. And with all those scoring tiles, I need to be careful about trying to be too defensive, and then I could end up losing without the bot bingoing. Like, I want to try to force the bot to bingo to win at this point in the game, I think. So, yeah, I'm inclined to play Whiny. I guess I could play WAP here. That's also fine, but I prefer ABEY than EINY. It's just better for scoring and continuing to pad my lead. So I feel like this seems pretty solid. Let's go ahead and do it. Alright, drew the blank, so that is obviously good news. I'm feeling pretty confident now about my prospects of winning the game. Famous last words, I know, especially against BestBot. Bingo's here. Feels like there should be something, but I'm not seeing it off the top of my head. Oh wait, I have isn't a buying good ABYEING? Didn't that just get added? Wait a second, I can't remember. Because abide, ABYED, was added in the new dictionary update. I feel like, well, no, I can't remember if a buying is good with the EING or if it's just ABYING. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I'm going to try it. Hopefully it stays on the board. Okay, good, it does. Yeah, and it also, I wasn't worried, guys, about the bot bingoing out because I knew there were 8 in the bag before I played, so I left 1 in the bag. So I didn't really have anything to be scared of, right? Because if the bot bingoed, then it wouldn't bingo out and I'd still have another turn and I'd be able to win. Like, if I were emptying the bag, I'd have had to be more careful because it could have still bingoed out, say, the AIDS and then caught me with the J. Then that would have been a little dicey and I would have needed to consider not bingoing, but with 8 in the bag, thankfully, those kind of considerations are not relevant. So, made my life easy, which is good. It looks like I'll be coming away with the win here. OOS, probably going out, right? Yeah, I mean, it's got like woos, so I guess I'll just play kanji. I don't think it matters too much which way I play it. Yeah, I don't think either... Oh, actually, no, I don't want to play it this way. That gives him soot for a lot. So let's play it over here. Yeah, this looks fine. And then he just goes out. Okay, so a much-needed win there, guys. Finally. 424, 359. Pretty interesting game. Not like the most riveting game, I feel like, in terms of There weren't a ton of fireworks or crazy plays. Just kind of a clinical game where I kind of felt like I had the upper hand for a while, and then I was just sort of holding on, and getting the second blank was huge after Outsnore and Whiny. And that was enough for me to seal the deal. So like I said, much needed win. Let's take a look here and see what there is to learn. Wow, interesting opening rack for the bot. Gur keeping CHES. It makes a lot of sense because you give back so little, and CH together is really powerful, especially with the ES. So I like that play a lot. It's a little counterintuitive, but it definitely has a lot of merit. Vogue looks good. Yeah, there's no reason to blow the board open with Vogue at this point. Just keep it tight, keep a reasonable leave. Bot bingos. Thankful to get a doze for a lot to stay in this game early. And yeah, the bot trades here, which seems reasonable. It traded 4 though, right? What did it play? Oh, it kept ELR. I would have just kept ER, but I guess ELR is fine. You've got a lot of vowels to work with. The A and the O and the doze, the E and search. So that helps offset the 2 consonants a little bit. Yeah, that seems reasonable. And okay, no bingos here. Yeah, Ivor looks fine. I saw Rivet, but IT definitely better than AI for vowel consonant balance, so that seems fine. Like I said, I could have fished with Vid, but 18 is a lot to give up, especially at this stage of the game. Bot bombs the X, and here... Oh, tab. Maybe tab. For some reason I considered bit, but not tab. I think maybe I got a little too fixated on getting rid of my I. Tidbit is also cool for 18. Yeah, Ambit was maybe not a great play here. Maybe I just got rid of too many tiles. And see, the problem with getting rid of too many tiles when you have the blank is you just introduce more variance for bad draws. Like, if you can keep 3 reasonable tiles in the blank, you're just much more likely to have a guaranteed bingo next turn. So, yeah, maybe not my best decision there of Ambit. I don't know why I didn't see tab, even though I saw bit. A little weird, but I probably should have just done something like that to keep a little bit more synergy. So probably a slight mistake there, but certainly Ambit is not a terrible play by any means. Yeah, kind of a clunky rack here for the bot. Just a bunch of duplicate tiles, no way to score. Plays leg. Interesting. I might have gone with Ledger just to clear out more of this rack. I guess you don't really want to give back. I'm not too worried about the row 8, though. Like, there's no Z left. I already bombed the Z once, ending in an E in that kind of spot for 75. I can't do it again. I don't know. I might have been more inclined to play Ledger, but I guess EELR with Ra and Ale on the right still open has a decent enough chance for bingoing, so I guess I can see leg. Alright, yeah, no bingos here. I think Dripped, again, maybe I should have just played Temp in retrospect to really try to force a bingo next turn, because I do have the blank, and I don't want to keep holding it forever without a bingo, so maybe I should have just played Temp. On the other hand, Temp gives back a lot more to the bot, because it takes an O and an I. It also could potentially give back 6s on the bottom under the P, so I think Dripped is still okay, but definitely a debatable turn. Yeah, P looks pretty good for the bot. It has one of the E's for aid, so in pretty good shape here. It still actually has a lead after P. I think Few is fine. Yeah, no good reason to play Weft for 3 less there. Yeah, there's just not much else to do. Like I said, I could play Few here, but as nice as it would be to keep the E on my rack, it's just too much to give up 14 points for an E. So Few seems good. Bot, yeah, now the bot has 5 vowels. Oilier seems kind of forced. I guess re-oil is actually reasonable too. Yeah, that's interesting. I might have... So the bot's kind of switching gears. Like when it played leg, it shied away from turning over tiles, and here it decides to turn over tiles with Oilier, which is interesting. I mean, IER, I guess IER is just not a great leave maybe after re-oil, because like it's not a good leave for hitting the R and Ivory. You'd have 2 R's, or the E, or the O and the I in re-oil. So maybe the bot just figured it wants to just try to prioritize with 2 blanks and an S still left, going for more turnover, which kind of does make sense. So interesting decision there for the bot. Yeah, here I saw Mini, like I said. I just didn't feel there was a good reason to do that when I had other reasonable plays available. I didn't consider Pony. It's not unreasonable either. I mean, this leaf has a pretty good chance of hitting a 7 down the D column next to Few. The problem is I don't hit other lines very well. I guess hooking Aid potentially, but it's not good for hitting the R on the bottom or for the N in Pony. So I think Mini is still fine here. But you could kind of go either way. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Pony either. Wow, the bot, yeah, so it's interesting. I just kept getting too many consonants and the bot had too many vowels. Terrible draw here, unless you have an N for Autonite. Sort of with this rec, you either play Autonite or you're sad, because there's just not a lot to do. Yeah, Urate for 15, keeping ITU is pretty gross, but I don't know what the other options are. Tutu for 8, keeping 3 vowels is terrible. I would maybe play Auteur for 7. I mean, it's 8 less points, which is a lot, but you get rid of the U. You also turn over another tile for those all-important blanks. There's 2 blanks and 3 S's left. Also, look at how many N's and O's are unseen, guys. This is crazy. 5 N's and 6 O's are still left, which means only 1 N and 2 O's have been played at this point in the game, which is kind of crazy. So, I don't know. I guess Urate does give the bot that E to work with, which is potentially nice. So, tough call. I don't mind Urate. Okay, yeah, Outsnore and Oestrone are the only ones here. Oh, I think I missed Ratoons. That's funny. I said Santor. I didn't actually say Ratoons, but, I mean, it doesn't fit for a big overlap anyway. So, I think Outsnore looks fine. Bot Bingo's back. And then, yeah, here, like I said, I saw Whiny and Waney, but I'm not really dying to get rid of the case E. I didn't see Bewail, but I'm not really dying to do that. Keep 2 constants in a fairly clunky constant-heavy pool. Also give back potential placed on the A column if the bot has the last A. So I think Whiny is fine. Like I said, just keeps good scoring initiative. I'm up like 50 points with a very well-balanced, good scoring leave. And then, yeah, once I draw the blank, that's pretty much GG. A buy-in comes down only bingo. Like I said, I knew I was okay here with 8 in the bag. If there were 7 in the bag, I would have had to be very careful, because as bad as this pool is for bingoing, if, say, there was 1 fewer tile in the bag, if the bot bingo's out with, like, Stolons or Coltanes or something with aids, even after a buy-in, even though I'm up 90 points, I'm going to probably be drawing the J and other tiles. I'm going to have like 15 plus points on my rack. So if the bot even bingos for 70, then gets 30 or 40 from my rack, it easily would win. So those are the kind of situations, guys, you do have to be mindful of. Even when you're bingoing and you're taking a big lead, you need to be careful, very careful if you're emptying the bag, if your opponent can bingo out and still catch you and win. Like I said, here it wasn't an issue because I wasn't emptying the bag, but just something you always want to check. Just look at that number if you're playing on Woogles. Count the tiles if you're at a tournament. Even if it looks like your lead is secure, if there's high point tiles on the scene and you're emptying the bag, you'd be surprised how many times I've seen someone lose a game because they think, oh, I'm bingoing, I'm going up 100. What could go wrong? They draw J, Q, and a bunch of other stuff out of the bag. Their opponent bingos out for like 66, then gets like 48 from their rack and just wins. Like, it happens more than you'd think. So just be careful about that, guys. Because like if the bag was going to be empty here, I might have wanted to consider forgoing the bingo to not empty the bag. But like I said here, didn't matter, but just a good educational opportunity in case you guys are in a situation like that, because like I said, they do happen more than you'd think. And yeah, at this point, it's pretty much just moving through tiles to end the game. Kanji looks fine, and then the bot just goes out. So alright, yeah, pretty happy with how I played this game. No clear mistakes. I think Ambit and Dripped maybe were not great. I probably should have just been a little bit more conscious of my leave and kept a few more tiles on my rack to try to bingo a little bit sooner. I think those were slight imprecisions, but nothing major. Overall, happy with how I played. Just really, really happy to get a win here. Get some more positive momentum as we enter the final 10 of this series. We're now at 38 wins, so just 2 away from at least getting to the 40 mark. So hopefully we can get a couple more, get to 40, and then maybe even try to get to 45. So yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Really appreciate you sticking with me through all those tough losses and all the support. Thank you very much for continuing to watch the videos and support my channel. Really, really do appreciate it. And I will see you all soon for game number 92. Thanks so much again, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.